Tonight, we are taking a closer look at two back-to-back deadly officer-involved shootings. The most recent one in Minnesota, in which a man was shot and killed in his car as he reached for his driver's license. The victim's girlfriend took out her cell phone and live streamed the aftermath of that shooting live on Facebook. In the video, you can hear her say her boyfriend has a license to carry a gun and that the officer shot him at least 4 times as he reached to get his wallet to show his ID. Then in Louisiana, there is now a federal investigation into the shooting death of Alton Sterling. Sterling was shot in Baton Rouge after 2 officers tackled him to the ground. A witness took cell phone video showing officers shooting and killing Sterling, sparking national outrage. Tonight, News 2's Ashley Yost is speaking with experts on what you should do if in a similar situation. Ashley, what have you found out?
Carolyn, in South Carolina, you are required to show the officer your permit, but only if that gun is on you. But the law doesn't have any specific steps you should take other than that. So we went to talk to gun experts to see how they teach people to act if an officer pulls you over when you're legally carrying a gun.
Bill Hayes teaches the class you need to take in order to get a permit to carry a gun on your person. This is how he tells people to interact with officers if pulled over when legally carrying one.
The way the law is written, all I have to do is hand him my driver's license and my CWP.
Which is short for concealed weapons permit, and even though the law doesn't require it, this is what he recommends.
Leave your hands on the steering wheel, and when he comes to the window, I always say, yes, officer, I'll do that, but I want you to know I'm a CWP holder. I am armed at this time. What would you like me to do? He may say, well, can I hold your gun until we finish? Certainly.
Then he demonstrated how you should reach for it.
As I pick it up like that, I'm not going to put a regular grip on it because he might take it as a threat. He may have you turn and he take it. It just depends on the officer.
And because these can be case-by-case situations, gun shop owner Arlen Pendergrast gives this advice.
Right, wrong, or indifferent. If a police officer tells you to do something, you do it. Because no, police officers are not always right. But when they're at the police station, sort it all out from them.
We also talked to people about how they would react.
You tell them, hey, I'm a concealed weapons permit holder. I do have a gun in the car. And I think that, gives them notice and they kind of come off guard a little bit.
Let him know that I have it.
Right.
And from that point, I would follow the instruction as to what the officer want me to do.
And here's what the gun experts say you should not do.
Reaching immediately, going past. He asks you for your driver's license, you turn to get it, and your gun's right there.
Rummaging around all looks like you're hiding something, and then when the police officer comes up, then tell them you're having a hard time finding it. If you do have carrying a gun, don't put your insurance papers and registration in the same place, because you got to get into that.
The big takeaway, speak first, move second.
And no fast movements, very slow, very deliberate type stuff. Don't give them a reason to become nervous, because I'd be very nervous if all of a sudden I seen a gun that you didn't tell me about.
So Carolyn, I think another takeaway from that is that it's a case-by-case basis. So advice that they gave was to ask the officer how they would like you to respond and then listen to how they want you to act in that situation. Live right now in studio, I'm Ashley Yost, News 2.